Second coming of KHABIB? Boogeyman of 170 division? What is Khamzat's future in MMA, and are fighters really scared of Khamzat? Before we go any further, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We do a weekly podcast and talk about breaking news in the UFC and MMA. Khamzat Chimaev is a Russian-born Swede who fights out of Stockholm, training with the likes of Alexander Gustafsson and Ilir Latifi. On paper, Khamzat's resume may not be as daunting as his reputation. He is 9-0 in his mixed martial arts professional career, while 3 of those are in the UFC against unranked middleweight and welterweight contenders. It is not until we look a little deeper do we start to see what makes Chimaev special. Chimaev made his UFC debut in a middleweight bout against John Phillips on January 16, 2020 at UFC on ESPN 13. He won the fight via submission in the second round. This win earned him the Performance of the Night bonus. Only 10 days after the fight against Phillips, Chimaev faced newcomer Rhys McKee on July 25, 2020 at UFC on ESPN 14. He won the fight again via TKO in the first round and earned his second Performance of the Night bonus. This win also marked a new UFC record for the fastest consecutive wins in modern UFC history, which was 10 days. Although the UFC's official record is still held by Royce Gracie, he achieved 4 consecutive wins within one night at UFC 2. That was back in 1994. It's a record that will probably never be touched again in professional MMA and existed in a completely different time in the sport. Chimaev would have another quick turnaround as he was booked to face Gerald Meerschaert on September 19, 2020 at UFC Fight Night 17. He won the fight again against Gerald via knockout just 17 seconds into round 1 and earned him his 3rd straight Performance of the Night award. This also earned him a new record, as it was the fastest 3-fight winning streak in modern UFC history, 66 days. Yes, we know, Royce still did it in less time. The MMA world was on fire after his last knockout win. Some were calling for a top 10 fight next, or even a title shot. Feats like the one Khamzat accomplished are just not seen in modern MMA regardless of who the opponents are and where they are ranked. Fighters in both the welterweight and middleweight divisions seem to not warm up to the idea of fighting Khamzat, especially if they are ranked anywhere above him. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, being one of the detractors, said, "I think he was ranked 15, which doesn't make sense to me," Thompson told MMA Junkie. "I know he's had one fight in the welterweight division, and his opponent, Rhys McKee, is 0-2 right now, normally a lightweight, a 155er. So it just doesn't make sense how this guy can jump past everybody who's worked their behinds off to get where they are at. And now he's ranked number 15 fighting the number 3 guy, I believe. It's just ridiculous to me." Even though objectively speaking, Wonderboy is correct in his facts, he has to remember the UFC is a prize fighting sport. This is not a league where you have teams and union bodies that ensure all fighters are treated the same and fairly. This is an organization that is simply looking to put on the best fights and promoting fighters that will generate the most revenue. Khamzat did get notable fighters calling him out, like Neil Magny and former middleweight champion Breaker of Legs Chris Weidman, but it seemed like the UFC was unable to make those fights come to fruition. Unexpectedly, out of nowhere, 3rd-ranked welterweight Leon Edwards was booked to face Khamzat in a fight that could see the winner going on to fight for the title. But the big question is, why? Why did a guy in Leon Edwards, who has been in the UFC for 6 years, who is on a 8-fight win streak, which includes wins over RDA, Donald Cerrone, and Gunnar Nelson, accept a fight against a 15th ranked fighter on a 3-win streak? It is important to note that before this fight was announced, Leon Edwards was removed off the UFC rankings due to inactivity. Yes, his last fight was in July 2019, but we've seen longer times of inactivity from other fighters that remained champion, let alone on the UFC rankings. The fight as of right now is off and set to be rebooked because Leon unfortunately came down with the virus. He notably lost 12 pounds due to the illness and is still recovering as we speak. If Leon is still adamant on having this fight, let's understand a couple things first. Leon may be taking this fight for 3 reasons. 1. To get put back on the UFC rankings. 2. To beat a hot up-and-coming fighter who can bring a huge spotlight to Leon. And 3. To get the title shot that has been eluding him his entire career. Leon Edwards might be making the smartest decision of his career or the dumbest, but Khamzat has no complaints considering the limited amount of time he's had in the UFC. He's definitely got a chance to beat Leon by utilizing his aggressive, high-level grappling and what seems to be his one-punch knockout ability. But on the other hand, he could be exposed to the world as what his record reflects, a new up-and-coming 26-year-old MMA fighter that's still developing and maturing his game to one day become a champion. Just to sum everything up and answer the question, is everyone scared of Khamzat?
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like, you know, like, fighting, I don't know, like, never know, you know, like.
If you liked the video, make sure to press the thumbs up button. And if you want more, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We also have a podcast talking about the latest news and events in UFC and MMA. Follow our Instagram page and TikTok in the description below.